Hi, this is Zoe. I'm a natural health business trainer, and today is Total Health Wednesday. And today I'm going to talk about the question, what if I don't have time to exercise? And normally, people, when they talk about exercise, is for two primary reasons. One is just to keep healthy, and the other is to lose weight. So, for me, what I believe about losing weight is it is overrated. And what I mean is this: if you focus on your health, you will lose weight naturally. So it doesn't have to be a difficult thing. So when I talk about keeping healthy, exercise is part of it. But in our modern day to day living, busy life, right? The question is, what if I don't have time to exercise? So there are three things you can look at if you don't have time to exercise. And they are not mutually exclusive. You have to do all three. So the first thing is to sleep enough. We are looking at exercise. Even if you're looking at based on health or you're looking at based on losing weight, you still need to sleep, have sufficient sleep. And not only sufficient sleep, you have to sleep at a certain timing, which is not later than 12, preferably at 11 p.m. latest if possible. And one of the reasons is this: when you do not have enough sleep, your body is stressed out. It's not a mental stress, it's a bodily stress. Sometimes if you notice when you sleep really late and your body is really tired out, you can literally, or I have felt this before, I literally feel my body trembling. So there's a bodily stress. Again, it's not emotional stress, and it has physical manifestation. And what happens is this: when your body is stressed out, your adrenal glands are activated and produce this hormone called cortisol. And cortisol loves to attract fats around the belly, right? So, for health reasons, don't stress the body out unnecessarily. And secondly, if you're talking about losing weight, and people always talk about the six pack and the belly fat, nothing wrong with wanting to look good. Just have sufficient sleep so you don't attract fats at the body, at the part. So no point you exercising and trying to do all your crunches, but putting it all back on because of unhealthy sleeping habits. So that's the first thing. The second thing you can do if you're not enough time to exercise is just to eat right. And I think I'll talk about eating right some other day, in specifically, but there's a general guideline. Eat live foods as much as possible, meaning reduce your cooked foods, reduce all your whites, your white rice, your white flour, your white noodles, anything that is white. You can replace them with brown rice, brown noodles, well, yellow noodles maybe, but perhaps if you can't totally take them out, reduce, you can start with a reduction of 30%. Uh, I love I love buns, so but bread isn't very good either. Sometimes when you have the fluffy texture and all that, it feels good, but actually chemicals and preservatives and all that are added to give that lovely texture, lovely fluffy texture, right? So actually, if you look at the traditional way of making bread before all the marketing hype came in, you will notice that bread is usually like just flat bread. There's no how to say rice to it. Okay, and the third thing you can do is like I mentioned, not mutually exclusive, you still need that exercise, is to do rebounding. So if you have no time to exercise, what is important actually is to make exercise an easy part of your healthy lifestyle. And one way is to do rebounding. Rebounding is like a trampoline, right? First is the most efficient. 2 minutes of rebounding is equivalent to 20 minutes of jogging and 10 minutes of swimming. Secondly, it's accessible. You don't have to travel to the place to jog, to swim. You don't have to do huge things. You don't have to pack. You don't have to, make sure you have sufficient time. Because at the end of the day, when you want a good exercise regime, you want it easy, you want it efficient, and because it's easy and efficient, it's a breeze to maintain. Because when we talk about healthy lifestyle, consistency is the key, right? So that's another thing. Also, it's great for lymphatic drainage. It's If you're losing weight, it's very gentle on the knees, much more easier than jogging, than running, than skipping. on a treadmill or just out in the open. So that is pretty important. And also the bounce actually allows your lymph nodes, because the up and down motion, a motion actually opens up the lymph node, allows for lymphatic drainage. And lymphatic drainage is great if you have a fever, you're not feeling too well, a light bounce. Some children with eczema, or even adults with eczema, there's a lot of toxins being coagulated, trying to get out the skin. There's a lot of stuck, pipe ways within the body, and one of the easiest way is to do rebounding. You don't have to go step outside to jog. You don't have to change to jog. You could even just roll over in your pajamas, come onto your trampoline, then listen to some music, watch the news, or just meditate, and then just put a clock in front of you. 10 minutes is sufficient. 10 minutes in the morning, when you come home, 10 minutes at night. You can simultaneously do it and do something else. You can watch it with your TV. But I prefer actually to be quite mindful of it, so I tend to like to use music. So that's what you can do if you have not enough time to exercise. So just to recap, not enough time to exercise, do three things. It must be done in together, not mutually exclusive. Have sufficient sleep, preferably at 11 p.m., at least 6 hours. Um, eat eat right, okay? And one of those starting ways you can do to eat right is to cut out all whites. And thirdly, use a rebounder. Just 10 minutes minimum will do. And even if you have not enough time, 10 minutes, is so easy. So that's what you can do to keep healthy if you have not enough time to exercise. If you find the content useful, I'd love to hear from you. Place your comments below, PM me, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll see you in the next video.